Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Chrisley shares how parents talked with no contact order. Chrisley has shared how his parents talked to each other with a no contact order. This is something that was extremely hard on Todd and Julie. However, they still got to talk once in a while, and Chase explained how. This was not an often occurring occurrence, and it was not what they would prefer. There is a lot to unfold and uncover. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Todd and Julie Chrisley get home from federal prison. Todd and Julie Chrisley were in federal prison for 2.5 years. However, Donald Trump pardoned them earlier this week. Both were released from prison on Wednesday. They got to go home and see their friends and family. However, this was also the first time they got to speak to and touch each other in years. This reunion had to be sweet. Savannah had been fighting for her parents' freedom since the day they were arrested. This is a dream come true for Savannah, Chase, Grayson, and Chloe. Fans cannot wait to see their new Lifetime show that will be coming soon. However, they are hopeful Todd and Julie will make their appearance. Chrisley shares how parents talked. Chrisley has shared how his parents talked in prison with a no-contact order. This would be hard for anyone. Not getting to talk to your significant other can take a major toll on your relationship. However, Todd and Julie do not seem like they skipped a beat. It seems as though Todd and Julie could occasionally send emails to each other. However, they would take weeks to get to one another, and the conversations could not be had. Regardless, they got to hear from each other once in a while, which helped and was better than not at all. Fans are glad to see Todd and Julie home with their children. When the Chrisley family says they're going to keep it interesting, they mean it. Even under a court order. In a candid and surprisingly heartfelt interview, Chrisley opened up about the unique and sometimes hilarious ways his parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, kept their bond strong while facing a legal no-contact order. The court-imposed silence between the couple, stemming from separate incarcerations and tight federal guidelines, may have stopped direct phone calls, but it couldn't squash 30 years of Southern devotion, clever workaround tactics, or a love story that refuses to dim behind bars. Let's just say, Chase began with a grin. My parents have never been the type to let rules get in the way of their connection. The unseen struggle behind the bars. After Todd and Julie Chrisley were sentenced to a combined 19 years for bank fraud and tax evasion, their lives changed dramatically. They were placed in separate federal prisons. Todd in Florida, Julie in Kentucky, and slapped with a strict no-contact order. A reality that left fans wondering how the famously close couple would handle the silence. It was hard for them. You've got to understand, my parents have talked every single day of their marriage. They've always had this rhythm. Morning coffee together, late-night check-ins, always in sync. So to go from that to nothing? It was crushing, Chase admitted. But then came the twist. If anyone thought the Chrisleys would sit quietly and accept the separation, they clearly underestimated the couple's Southern grit, resourcefulness, and, of course, Chase. Chase the messenger. With a twinkle in his eye, Chase revealed that he quickly became the unofficial postman between his parents. They weren't allowed to speak to each other directly, but no one said they couldn't talk through me, he explained. Every call with Dad would end with, "Tell your mama I said her meatloaf still haunts my dreams." And every letter from Mom had some sweet line like, "Remind your daddy his Bible better be worn out by the time I see him." Sometimes the messages were practical. Other times, they were poetic, Southern love letters laced with scripture and sarcasm. There were weeks when I felt like a middle school note passer. Chase laughed. Except instead of passing notes in class, it was federal prison style. One phone call at a time, one message at a time. He even admitted to memorizing entire paragraphs of Julie's letters so he could recite them word for word to Todd. I didn't want to mess up her message. She's got away with words, and my dad eats that stuff up. The laundry code. Perhaps the most creative method. A little thing the family now jokingly calls the laundry code. "You're not going to believe this," Chase teased. But for a while, we used the laundry list system. Each time Chase sent Todd a care package with approved prison items, socks, toothpaste, books, he'd include a coded message from Julie disguised as a list of laundry instructions. Similarly, packages sent to Julie contained health tips that were really love notes from Todd. One said, "Wash darks and lights separately," just like how we're apart now. "But we're still part of the same load," Chase said with a smirk. It was so cheesy, but so them. Faith as the anchor. Amid the clever workarounds and humorous confessions, Chase got serious for a moment. What's kept them going is faith. Their love is wrapped in scripture. Even when they couldn't talk, they were reading the same Bible passages at the same time. Dad would say, "Tell your mama to read Psalms 27 tonight." And then Mom would write back saying, "That verse got me through the whole week." Faith, Chase says, has always been the bedrock of their relationship. And during this dark chapter, it's been their lifeline. They believe the season of their lives has a purpose. They may be apart now, but their faith keeps them aligned in a way most couples could only dream of. The countdown and what comes next. While both Todd and Julie are serving lengthy sentences, good behavior could bring them home sooner than expected. Until then, Chase says his job as their messenger has become a calling. It's not just about telling one parent what the other said. It's about keeping hope alive for both of them. They're each other's whole world. And I get to be the string between two tin cans that still carries it "I love you." Chase even revealed that his younger siblings, including Grayson and Savannah, sometimes pitch in, sending drawings, quotes, and humorous Chrisley family trivia back and forth between prisons. It's like we're keeping the flame alive. One drawing, one message, one joke at a time. And when the family reunites, oh, there will be a celebration, Chase promises. Probably a pot roast, banana pudding, and Mom yelling at Dad for ironing his own shirts wrong. Back to normal. Back to chaos. But it'll be the good kind of chaos. Final words from the middleman. Chase ended the interview on a reflective note. The system may have separated them physically, but emotionally, spiritually, they've never been more connected. Love like that. It finds a way. Always does. It's the kind of story only the Chrisleys could pull off. Part comedy, part tragedy, with just the right amount of Southern charm and divine determination. And as long as Chase is around to play the loyal go-between, there's no question that Todd and Julie's love story will keep unfolding. One clever message at a time. Chase even revealed that his younger siblings, including Grayson and Savannah, sometimes pitch in, sending drawings, quotes, and humorous Chrisley family trivia back and forth between prisons. It's like we're keeping the flame alive. One drawing, one message, one joke at a time. And when the family reunites, oh, there will be a celebration, Chase promises. Probably a pot roast, banana pudding, and Mom yelling at Dad for ironing his own shirts wrong. Back to normal. Back to chaos. But it'll be the good kind of chaos. Final words from the middleman. Chase ended the interview on a reflective note. The system may have separated them physically, but emotionally, spiritually, they've never been more connected. Love like that, it finds a way. Always does. It's the kind of story only the Chrisleys could pull off. Part comedy, part tragedy, with just the right amount of Southern charm and divine determination. And as long as Chase is around to play the loyal go-between, there's no question that Todd and Julie's love story will keep unfolding, one clever message at a time.